Welcome to the Unaffiliated Creatives Podcast, a show where independent artists can learn from other independent artists. My name is KAeveryday, and each week I will be speaking with some of the most creative minds in the indie music space, trying to figure out what they have learned while navigating through the music industry without the support of major record labels. This podcast is brought to you by the good people over at King Neppy Studios and powered by Red Weasel Media. Thanks for tuning in to the Unaffiliated Creators Podcast. I'm your host, KAeveryday. This is the indie artist safe place, so take off your shoes, get comfortable, and stay a while. Do us a favor and please rate the show. And if you have any feedback for us, please email us at unaffiliatedcreators@gmail.com. The snippet you heard playing was a song titled No Basic by indie artist Chance the Poet. Now that everybody has taken off their shoes and got comfortable, Chance, what you been up to?
What's going on, man? I just been working, bro. Just been working. I just finished shooting a video for No Basics, so the editing is coming out soon. I'm working on the mixtape right now.
Okay, so you always got something going on. I like that. So let me start off by asking you this. So you're from Brooklyn, but you now currently reside in VA. So what brought you from New York to Virginia?
Well, actually, I'm in Brooklyn now. I moved from VA to Brooklyn when I was 13. So I've been in Brooklyn ever since. Because I'm back and forth to the hometown, you know.
Okay. So did I have it backwards, or you did live in New? So you used to live in VA, now you live in New York.
Yes, sir. Yes. So I've been in Brooklyn since what, 08? Yeah. But I'm always back and forth to home, man. Ain't no place like home. Got to go back home and see the fam, see grandma and all that. So yeah.
Hey, look, but just because I messed up and got it backwards, I'm still not gonna let you off the hook. So what made you? So what made you move from VA to New York?
Family. It was my mom's decision. I was young at the time, so I ain't really have no say so in that. You know what I mean? But I would say I grew up in Brooklyn. You know, like it made me who I like the man I am today. But I still got that southern hospitality. I still got that southern personality also. Cause things that things like that don't leave you. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a family decision. I stuck with it. I had to learn to adapt to the fast pace because you know Virginia is more slow. It's more the city closed down at 7:30, 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? When you live in New York, the city don't sleep. So I have to adapt to that fast paced living.
Hey, well, I got to ask you this question, man. And I hope I don't piss any of your family members off when I ask you this question. But so where do you think is a better place to live, New York or Virginia, and explain why?
It's a great question. It's a great question. Um, I would definitely say New York because of the opportunities. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, definitely opportunities, and it's more of a vibrant place to chase your dreams. You know what I mean? Whether you a painter or artist in music, I feel like there's more networking out here than Virginia. You know what I mean? Even though that I spent most of my middle school years and high school years in New York, so I got to experience being in diverse classrooms and meeting diverse people from all different walks of life, which was something I probably wouldn't have dealt with in Virginia. You know what I mean? So I learned how to speak to people that was Arab, people that was Jamaican, people that was Haitian and Pakistan. You know, I was a person in school that had all type of friends. So I feel like being that I had those experiences, it made me better with networking and my opportunities now.
All right. So let me ask you this question. So what's the meaning behind your stage name, Chance the Poet?
Um, I love poetry, man. I always was a guy that was easily to, I always found a way to easily express myself. And poetry was one of my first loves, but behind playing the cello. I played the cello when I was growing up. and I would always try to write poetry to the strings of the melodies that I was playing in class. So poetry is the first love. Love Jones is one of my favorite movies. I know you know about Love Jones. So I just fell in love with the art. I just fell in love with expressing myself, uh, just being transparent in my feelings and uh, just stepping out and just expressing myself basically. So yeah, and Chance is a name I just grew up with. I just kind of put the both together, Chance the Poet.
All right. Let me ask you this. So have you always wanted to be a rapper?
I always wanted to do something with music. Um, First I wanted to make beats. You know what I mean? Because I grew up playing music. I grew up playing the cello. I grew up playing the drums. I always wanted to play the sax. I'm gonna get there pretty soon. But as I started to write poetry, I started to recite it, and as I learned how to memorize my poems, I started to like my voice. So once I started hearing myself, I fell in love with my voice. So then when I started recording, I'm like, oh no, I can rap. You know what I mean? So I'm already writing. I'm already used to uh, structured writing, and that's how I fell in love with making music. So then I started rapping, and I started taking it serious, and then I started recording, and I started making songs. And once I started making songs, I'm like, I can do this. I just needed a hey, Papa, Daddy in the interview. Thank you, thank you. So once I started doing that, you know what, I can do it, and I just kept doing it ever since. I've been going hard for like maybe like the past 3 4 years. You know, I got my own studio now. I learned how to engineer myself. I taught myself how to engineer. I mix and master my songs. No Basic is actually engineered, mixed and mastered by me. So I'm just nonstop evolving in my artistry. You know what I mean? So first it was from the poems, the writing, the playing instruments. Now it's the engineering. I own my own studio. I got my own space now to create and learn and evolve as an artist wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm dialed in now.
All right.
You know, trust the coach.
So how long have you been pursuing a music career?
Um, like I said before, I've been taking it really serious these past 2 years. I want to say these past 2 years, a lot of things been uh unraveling for me. Like me having my own studio now, I don't have to save for studio time. Now I can just go in and create and structure projects and just have a marketing scheme around them to release them the right way. You know what I mean? And these past 2 years, I've just been learning about the business because I know how to make music now. I know how to create it. I know how to produce it and mix and master and engineer it. So I've been learning how to market my music more because that's what really matters. You know what I mean? I already got the the creating and making the music kind of down pat. You know what I mean? I already know who I am as an artist. I know my sound. I know my strengths. I'm very versatile. You know, R&B, rap, trap. It don't really matter what type of vibe it is. I think I can do it. Well, I know I can do it. Um, so I just been trying to learn the marketing scheme of things because that's how I'm gonna put my face or my voice or my songs in front of the mass. So that's what I'm really trying to learn right now.
All right, man. I had to put you on the hot seat a little bit, man. I got to get you a little uncomfortable, man.
It's all
So
good.
who would you
It's all
say
good.
is the better rapper, Chance the Poet or Chance the Rapper?
I would definitely say yes, it's almost finished. I'm coming right now. Give me 1 second. I would definitely say I'm gonna say myself. I like Chief Rapper a lot. Don't get me wrong, that's my guy. But I'm gonna always pick myself, man. It doesn't matter who I'm up against or what's the odds. I'm gonna always choose myself. I think I am very talented, and it's me for sure.
Hey man, I'm gonna tip my hat to you, and I'm gonna explain to you why. So I've asked several artists that came on this podcast, who they think are the best, and I create different scenarios, and everybody always leaves themselves out for whatever reason. And then I always come back and I say, well, I'm kind of surprised because to be a rapper, you always got to kind of have that mentality that you just as good or better than the next person. They give me the humble answer. No, I'm just trying to be honest and
No,
realistic with
I can't do
myself.
that. Can't do that, man.
So you're actually the first person
To
that's
me, that
actually. Now go ahead.
yeah, to me, that is realistic because I'm just that confident. You know, I'm confident in my ability to say that. So
Hey man, like I said, you the first person I've interviewed that actually put themselves in there, man. So like I said, I gotta tip my hat, man. All right, so let me ask you this
appreciate it.
question. So you have a lot of talents, but with that being said, which one do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy rapping more, or do you enjoy poetry more? And explain why.
Yeah, that's a good question too. You on your job, Ka?
Hey man,
You on
that's
your
what I
job,
do, man.
man.
Hey, that's what I do, man. I ask the tough questions.
Ka every day.
That's what we do, man.
I would say I don't know, because for me, I feel like when you're emotional, when you write an emotional, it stems from a deep place. So I feel like, damn, that's a good question. I'm gonna I'm gonna say poetry because it allows me to be even more free. If you understand what I'm saying, like it allows me to be more free because sometimes when I write poetry, some things I don't record. You know, some things is just for me to decompress and to get the thoughts out of my head. You know what I mean? And I might record something and it'll just be for my ears only. You know what I mean? Because I might need it to pick me up one day because I'm feeling down or it's a tough week and I might need to hear uh one of my spoken word poems and to get me back into shape. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say poetry because it's it's stemming from a deeper thought process. You know what I mean? And it's coming straight from the vessels in my heart. You feel me? But um, it's a great question. Great question.
All right. So I see you shot a music video a while back titled "I'ma Get Paid." So with that being said, can you just walk us through the process of shooting a music video?
Yeah, that video was special, man. It was actually shot on my birthday, November 17th. Big Scorpio. Shout out to all the Scorpios out there. It was special, man. It was in a music video studio, a music video studio. It had all type of LED lights. I had a smoke machine. I had some crazy camera angles. The song was a bop. It's called "I'm Gonna Get Paid." It's out right now on all streaming platforms. Please go get that. Um, but yeah, it was just a vibe. You know, it was my birthday, so I just wanted to celebrate my life with shooting a video. And my friends came out. I actually got a cake that same night. I don't know if the cake is in the video, but I posted that on my Instagram. Um, yeah, it was just a vibe, man. I had a money gun. I was jumping all around. I had a couple shots in me, so I was just feeling good that night. It was a good night.
Yeah, the money gun was the thing that stuck out to me. I was like, man, this dude got a gun shooting money out. You had your homeboys in there. Y'all was like y'all was having a
No means
ball.
pulled up, man. No means pulled up for sure. Yeah, that was a great night. Great night for sure.
All right, well, you kind of answered this question when you explained what you got going on right now, but I was just trying to figure out. So, how did you choose what the next song was going to be for the next video you was going to shoot? So, you just said that you just shot a video for your song, No Basic. So, out of all the songs you've recorded, why did you choose that song to be the next song that you was going to shoot a music video for?
Um, Another great question. I actually shot. I'm gonna get paid. I dropped. I'm gonna get paid sometime last year around this time, right? Um, in December of last year, I dropped the EP. It's called Trifecta. It's three songs on it. It's out now on all streaming platforms. I wanted to actually choose a song from the EP, but the EP was doing so well. I wanted to give people a new sound for the new year. You get what I'm saying? So I ended 2022 with Trifecta just to give the people three new sounds, three tracks of straight fire, and it was a tough decision because I had a couple other tracks that I had in mind too. But No Basic just stood out to me because there's a lot of things going on in my life right now, and it just resonated with me, and I felt like it was the best time to drop it. Um, I don't really like doing basic things. I like being myself. I don't really like following trends. And right now in life, that's what I'm sticking to. You know what I mean? That's one of my mantras. I'm really big on affirmations. So being true to yourself is really my thing. So when I say I don't do no basic is a mantra of saying like I'm not doing no basic things. Whether it's musically, whether it's the lifestyle, whether it's commercial stuff. I'm not gonna do anything basic. I'm gonna go all out and I'm gonna be myself real raw with it. So um, yeah. So I thought about doing a song from Trifecta, but like I said, No Basic just resonated with me, and I said we just gotta go No Basic. I felt it. The guys was like, you know what? Give them a new sound. They already bumping the EP. You know, I'm a type of person that I like to check my. I'm an analytic type of guy. You know, so I check to see who's rocking with it, how it's doing, how well it's doing, and it was doing well. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just do No Basic now, and I'm gonna just maybe come back around, maybe when they get a little hotter to shoot Shockwave. Shockwave is another song that go crazy. The first song on the EP. Check it out when you get a chance, man. Check it out when you get a chance.
All right. So you shared some of this information with us earlier in the interview as well, but I kind of wanted to really ask you this question because I can relate to this, and I just kind of wanted to get an open and honest answer because I know how I feel. I just want to see how you feel. So you are a
Okay.
recording artist, and you also are a mixing engineer. With that being said, you also engineer and mix your own music. But let's be honest. Sometimes after you record a song, wouldn't you rather enjoy just somebody else doing the back end work, or do you actually enjoy mixing and mastering your own music?
Um, that's a good question too. I got my studio around. It's been a year since I had my studio. Next month, April will be 1 year. So I took some time to try to find an engineer. Believe me, I did. Because I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? I wanted somebody else's ears on the track to give it a more distinct sound. But like I said, I taught myself how to do it, and I learned a lot of things about Pro Tools, a lot of things about the plugins, a lot of do's and don'ts. You know what I mean? Some things you really don't need, some things you really do need, or you can half up the plugins and kind of compare them to each other, make them complement each other. If you understand what I'm saying. So, um, I started to fall in love with it because once I started to engineer my own music, I completed a mixtape last summer. I'm working on it. I got like two more songs to mix, but other than that, it's completed. Um, so to answer your question, and then I started gaining more experience because my clientele started to build in the studio. So my confidence with engineering music got greater because now I'm just not doing my voice. You understand? I'm doing other people's voices. I'm doing other people's sounds. I got R&B women that's coming into the studio. So now I'm doing her lead vocals and her ad libs and her under vocals and her harmonies. So I was learning more. I was learning more ways to engineer instead of just my way of engineering my sound and my vocals and my voice. You understand what I mean? So once my confidence started to build, I said, you know what, I can learn more stuff. And then once I started learning more stuff, I started going back into old tracks that I mixed for myself, and I was adding more plugins to it because I'm learning how to EQ better. I'm learning how to compress my voice better. You know what I mean? Um, so to answer your question, sorry I keep rambling, but that's I would say me. I would rather listen to the song because once I finish recording, I listen to it maybe like 3, 4 times. I walk around. I kind of push myself away from the computer because I need to decompress. Now I need to move back to really take a really deep listen. I turn the speakers up. I walk around and I listen to the song bounce off all the walls to make sure everything is leveled, to make sure the ad libs is not overpowering. I add a clipper on the mix to make sure nothing is too loud or too quiet. So definitely me myself. Definitely, definitely.
Well, I'm gonna say this to anybody that's listening to this podcast, and I know you're gonna understand what I'm talking about because you record and you also do the mixing yourself. the
Yeah.
mixing and the mastering is way harder than recording the song. Like, to me, writing the song and
Yes.
recording the song
Yes.
is the easy part. The hard
Easy
part is when
part.
you gotta sit there and be messing with them vocals and
Yep.
EQing and all that. Oh my god, man, that stuff
Yep. Yep.
is tedious,
It's
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 hard work.
it's real
And
tedious, man. And to add on to that, sometimes it might take me like a week to just do one song because I don't want to miss nothing. I'm one of those people where I like to fine tooth comb my track. You know what I mean, from start to finish. Like whether it's a effect that's not too long, or an effect that's not too short, or the ad lib is not punching how I want it to punch, or I got to take this ad lib and put it in the back because it sounds better in the back. You know what I mean? Um, I got to switch this bridge over here, and now I got to reverb it, and I got to da 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 da. So it's like it's real tedious, man. It's real tedious. But about a week for one song, about a week for one song.
all right, I'm about to put you on the hot seat again, and if you can't give me the answer, or if you can't give me all of the answer, I'll understand, and I'm gonna explain why you probably won't be able to give me the full answer when I ask a question. So,
Okay, let's get it.
give me your top 5 mixing engineers, and you can
Mm,
put them in any order.
top five is tough. Um, top five is tough. Mixing engineers.
Well, just engineer. Well,
So
I don't
so
know. They people that engineer people's music.
okay, okay. So are we talking producers as well?
No, I ain't talking about music. That's something totally different. I'm talking about the people that mix people's song, the people that are known in the industry for
Mm,
mixing people's music and like mixing the vocals and stuff that's giving these artists like their unique sound. That's totally separate
mm,
from just doing the track.
ooh. Let me see. You got me stuck. You got me stuck. Hold on,
Exactly.
hold on. Hold on, let me see. Damn, that's a good question.
Well, while you thinking, I'm gonna give you my 5, and then I'm gonna come back and explain to you why I asked you that question. So
All
my
right,
top 5 is Jason Joshua, which if people don't know who that is, he's done a lot of Bryson Tiller's. He mixed a lot of Bryson Tiller stuff, and he's also
okay,
done Tiana Taylor. He done a lot of stuff for her.
okay.
Mixed by Ali, he worked under Dr. Dre. He mixed a lot of Dr. Dre stuff. Il Angelo, he's the one who basically gave the Weeknd his sound. Without Il Angelo, there wouldn't be no Weeknd.
No, Weekend. Yeah, I heard his name
Um,
before.
TZO, he's the guy who gave Chris Brown his sound. He do all the Chris Brown mixing. Josh Goodwin, he's the one who does Dua Lipa's vocals and her mixing and stuff. So a lot of like the EDM songs when they be having all them like
Mhm.
crazy sounds, he do a
Yeah,
lot of that stuff. So those are my top 5. The reason why I asked you this question because I knew it was going to be hard for you to answer this question because for some reason engineers aren't
they don't
thought
get a lot of
of.
light.
They're
Yep,
always pushed in the background.
right.
You always hear about the songwriters. You always hear about who do the beats, but you don't never hear about who mixed the stuff.
Exactly. That was a great question because a lot of engineers don't get pushed to the forefront. You're right. They just get stuck at the computer. Like if you understand what I'm saying, like once you leave the studio from the engineer, it's like okay, bye. Like there's no credits on the project that says engineer at all. So that's a great question. Great answers as well. Um what two people that I could say, I forgot his name, but little baby audio engineer, I forgot his name, but I had entered one of his mastering classes and I really learned a lot from him. And I entered one of T-Pain mastering classes. He does a lot of stuff for Bryson Tiller. He does a lot of stuff with what's her name? She was on the song with Chris Brown, No Air, just just something. I forgot her name. But T-Pain also makes scissor stuff, a couple some Walker tracks. So when I was in his mastering class, I really learned a lot too, and he gave me a lot of shortcuts as well. So I would say those two right now. I can't give you three more though. That was tough.
Yeah. And just another fun fact, since you brought up T-Pain, he actually know how to sing too. Like he don't need auto
He
tune in his
do.
voice to know how
He
to
don't.
sing. Yeah.
You don't. I learned a lot of engineering tips from T-Pain. I watch his channel on Twitch. So if you guys need to learn any other, if there's any engineers out there you want to learn any tips or any shortcuts or anything like that, T-Pain is giving away the sauce. I'm telling you, he's giving away the sauce for free. All you gotta do is just watch his videos or his YouTube channel too, because a lot of people can't get on Twitch, but YouTube channel, he's giving away the game, man, for real.
All right. So let me ask you this question. If you could collab with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I'm just giving you one.
Yeah, just one. Like who out of any artist, who would you want to do a
Um,
collab with?
any artist? I got a lot of them. Um, I'm gonna give you two. One, I would say Drake, because that's just one of my favorite artists. I've been listening to him since he came out. I just feel like he was gonna be as big as he is today because he was just so versatile. He was just so different. A lot of people didn't like the fact that he was singing and still giving you 16 bars after the track was done. You know what I mean? It was
Hmm.
so different that it messed people's minds up. Like, yo, why he's singing to me, but I don't hear him rapping until half the song is finished. But that's what people was looking forward to, the other half of the song. They just didn't want to listen to those melodies. You know what I mean? So I would definitely say Drake. I'm a huge fan. I'm actually going to see him in July at the Barclays Center. I'm excited. My first concert ever. Um, and the second person I'm gonna say Mary J. Blige because her vocals is is just outstanding. And that's one of my mom's favorite artists. I've been listening to Mary J. Blige since I was young. So just having a feature from her would just be astounding. You know, it'd be a big deal for me.
But those were two good answers. One, you must be about to rob somebody because I keep hearing that the prices of the tickets for the Drake concert are out of this world. And I will share this with you. I actually got to see Mary J in concert. She definitely is crazy with the vocals.
She
If,
is,
if if
man.
I
She
could do
is.
a collab with anybody, I think I would. Even though he's passed away now, I would have picked Michael Jackson because he's just off the
Oh
charts.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
off
yeah,
the charts for sure,
yeah. I mean,
for
he
sure.
was the king of pop, so I
Nobody
would have
like
had it.
Mike, man.
Yeah.
Nobody like Mike.
Um. So let me ask you this. So, what is your ultimate goal when it comes to music?
My ultimate goal is to, like I mentioned before, is to just be creative and be myself. You know what I mean? Um, yes, I would. Yes, I want to be able to do shows, go on tour, and do all of that stuff. I just feel like I'm still building to get to that point in my music career, which I feel that is gonna happen. I just got to keep working hard as I'm working right now, and yeah. But the message is still be yourself and just work hard.
All right. So the premise of this podcast is independent artists learning from other independent artists. So I couldn't let you get out of here without asking you this question. So what mistakes, if any, have you learned that we could learn from you from mistakes that you could have made in your career so far?
It might sound simple, but I'm gonna say this: just don't get lax. You know what I mean? Don't get lax and stay consistent because consistency is key. People want to see consistency, even if it's bad. Even if your work is bad and you're consistent, people is gonna look forward to it. I don't. It sounds crazy, but it's true. You know what I mean? So just staying consistent is a huge element of being an artist. You know what I mean? If you can stay consistent and consistently drop music or consistently dropping videos, I know it's pricey nowadays, but you know, invest into yourself. You know, don't think of it as oh my god, the music video 500. Ah, I gotta get 500 or he charging for a feature, the feature 250. Da, da, da. Invest into yourself, invest into your artistry. You know, say look at it as an investment into your art, investment into yourself, investment into your body of work. You know what I mean? So don't look at it as I gotta pay money for this, I gotta pay money for this, I gotta invest in this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. This is a full-time job. You know what I mean? And a lot of people they don't look at it as that perspective. You know, they just want to drop when they want to drop, or they just want to do this when they want to do this. So So yeah, so like I said, like a lot of people don't look at it as in that light that you gotta grind for this if you really want this. You know what I mean? A lot of people say that it's not for everybody, and it's not. You gotta put in the work to get where you want to be in life. Period. So just be consistent. Don't get lax. Be yourself, and just keep working. Invest into you. Invest into you.
So I like what you just said. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say this before, but that was crazy. So it ain't really the thing about being consistent, even if you bad, as long as you are consistent, it don't really
Listen,
matter.
I'm telling you,
Consistently bad. Hey man, you might want to
consistent.
trademark that phrase, man. That was crazy.
Consistently
Consistently
bad. Listen,
bad. Oh,
listen.
that was crazy.
I'm gonna tell you now, Ka. I didn't see people go from consistently bad to becoming in the eyes of an AR, and now they in artist development to be better artists. You know what I mean? So anybody's watching you. Everybody's watching you. It doesn't matter if it's bad. Somebody's gonna like it. Somebody might like 4 bars, and that might be the hardest 4 bars out of the song, and they keep coming back for those 4 bars. You know what I mean? So somebody's always watching, man. You never know. Just stay consistent.
All right. So take a few minutes to tell the audience anything that you want them to know that we haven't talked about or discussed already.
Um, if you are in the New Jersey or New York area, please hit me up for studio time. I got a studio. Shark Studios is in Elizabethport, New Jersey. You can follow the Instagram, Shark Studios _33. Follow my Instagram, Chance the Poet _. It's a beautiful studio. It's a beautiful space. Come be creative. Come drop your fire tracks. You want to shoot a video in there? Feel free to do so. I'm open to features. Like I said, my Instagram is Chance the Poet _. It doesn't matter where you are in the world for a feature. It's possible for us to work. I'm open to networking with anybody. I also have a London connect. I'm about to send him another verse back tonight. So like I said, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. I'm willing to collaborate and connect. Um and Trifecta the EP is out right now. It dropped in December. That's on all platforms. Trifecta, 3-song EP that's out right now. No Basic is out right now on all platforms. The music video is dropping soon. I just work. I'm ready to work.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you taking time to come on the podcast, man. And I'll definitely be checking in with you, see what you got going on.
Of course, man. Of course.
All right, man. You take care of yourself.
You too. Hold on, one more thing. My bad, Kenny. Like I said before, I want to commend you in getting this podcast and uh, letting artists be artists. The questions are great, and just having a platform for creators to come and speak their truth and their experiences. And listen, man, you on the right path, bro. I appreciate you for real.
All right, man. Hey, man. I'm trying, man. Hey, one podcast at a time, you know.
Hey, listen, you gotta share love. I gotta show the love, man. I gotta show the love.
Hey, I definitely appreciate it, man. It's hard work, man, but I'm hoping one day it's gonna pay off, man. It's all about giving back, man. Trying to be a blessing to other people, man. And I'm hoping, hey, if I
Sure,
could be a
sure.
blessing, you know how it works.
Yes, sir. I do.
All right, man. Well, you take care of yourself.